Hello and welcome to the 7th Filmfest in Bremen. My name is Susan Brown and we will talk here at the little studio with the people from HOLY HEN. I have here the director and the scriptwriter Tanne Sommer and Bruno Ettelmann, who did the VFX supervisor. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You brought a really funny movie to this festival, HOLY HEN. It sounds like it is. We will see older couple, Christian couple, who's actually struggling how they deal with their daily meat, with their daily dishes, and we will see it will not end well for one of them. So how did you create your HOLY HEN? Was there a time where did you had like a HOLY HEN moment?
Yeah, I had my HOLY HEN moment when I was like 11 years old, and I read an article about some farmer getting struck by lightning. And I thought, like, I started to think about that it could be a fun thing for a movie. And then I started to play with the idea that it could be because God was mad at him for some reason. And then I came up with the butchering of animals and the HOLY HEN. But I have developed the idea for a long time, as you can imagine. And I started writing the script like 1 year before I shot the movie or something. And then the movie like became more about my own insecurities about believing in myself and stand up for what I believe in. So I feel like the movie is more about this woman who believes in the holiness of the hen, but doesn't really know how to like stand up for herself and express it.
And for the couple, you have two really great actors that you worked with.
Yes.
And it's always, I can imagine to fit it so perfectly, it's always hard to find these people. So how did you find them and how did you work on set?
These two actors are actually very famous in Denmark.
Ah.
So I've watched them in a lot of movies before, and I was just like, I need to have these two in my film. So I just reached out to them and sent them the script, and they really liked it. So they were just like, yes, we want to be in your hen movie. So I just met with them a couple of times, read the script, we talked about the characters, and they were so excited. And I was so nervous because they were so like big in Denmark, but they were just,
Well,
of
really
course,
easygoing.
yeah, easygoing, and they really liked the script. So I was so happy.
Did
And
they had a favorite
really
scene, like one of the scenes where you had the most of fun with them, or scenes that they really liked?
they were, when they read the script, they really loved the shooting scene.
I thought so.
Yeah, and how.
Tell us more about the shooting scene for the people who are actually, now are interested, like to watch the film. Just give it like a little quick impression.
It like everything kind of escalates, and the man gets very angry at the hen because it draws so much attention, and he thinks his wife is getting like kind of brainwashed by the hen. So he decides to take a shotgun and shoot it, but unfortunately he hits his wife instead. Then the wife miraculously wakes up from death, and that's the part that Kirsten, the actor, really liked. That she just woke up and was like, well, time to get some dinner, and throws the shotgun out in the trash can. And she just thought it was really funny to play that scene.
I laughed really loud when I saw that scene, and because I actually thought, okay, now she's really dead, but
Yeah.
just this, this twist that she's waking up and nothing actually happened, and you know, she's just like scratching herself and, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
And everything continues. It's hilarious. Like the Holy Hen is hilarious. And this is one of your parts because you did the visual effects. And can you tell us a little bit about how do you start to do this kind of work? When did you both come together and when did you start your work?
We met pretty early on, I think. Yeah. And then we talked about the story and we talked about the hen and like what it had to do and what it couldn't do. And we did some very early tests, which really didn't look as nice. And I think you were out shooting a random hen in some park.
Yeah, I was running around after a hen.
Yeah. And then, we met up and did some different stuff. And then we finally figured out like how it worked the best and how it was supposed to look. And then we set up some guidelines on what would work on set and what wouldn't work on set. As example, it was like very important that the hen's eye was almost at the same, that it didn't turn her head around too much.
Oh, wow.
Because
How can you manage that?
I was on set and then we were both looking at the monitor so she could look for like the shot and when it was good. And I would be counting like how many seconds was good and then I would like stop counting whenever it turned its head and then I would count again and then afterwards I could be like, you like the shot? Yes. Okay, you could use like 4 seconds of it. And it's like, fuck, we're gonna do it again. And then I was counting, like, okay, now we have like 16 good seconds. And then I was like,
tricky.
okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so I was kind of there just counting and telling whether it worked or didn't work. And then also we had a problem, like the hen was trying to eat the chickens. So we had to improvise and then shoot the hen and the chickens differently. And we did some stuff in that one too. Yeah.
It's always tricky to shoot with animals.
Yeah.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that because you had not just the hounds, you had the little chicken ones, you had pigs down there. How does it work? How difficult was it?
We had this farm animal circus man that calls himself the wizard. And he had all these animals and we hired him to like control them. And he...
How did he do that?
Yeah, he has like a circus, so he's like training them every day and getting them used to people. And we had this he had this hen that he trained for a year for the film, because because of COVID and stuff like that, we had to postpone. So he trained this hen for a whole year, and 2 weeks before shooting, the hen died.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was so
Oh, no.
sad, and we panicked and everything. But he was like, "Oh, I have this other hen. Maybe she
It's
could.
a holy hen.
Maybe she could do it." And like, it was not as good as the one we had before. The one we had before could do a bit more tricks and stuff,
What kind of tricks?
like turning like the head in the right direction or walk towards the person and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how he did it. He was a wizard, I guess. But
How do you find people like that?
I just googled hen circus because there's not really any like hen trainers in Denmark, and I felt like I've seen somewhere some hens in a circus or something, and then I found him, and he was amazing.
What a good story to this really great film with much of humor, and at the same time there were moments where I, had to stop and breathe because I thought something else is happening, and then in the end we can laugh all together. So thank you so much for that film.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And if you want to see this film, Holy Hen, you can see it in Humor und Satire at the Filmfest Bremen until the 1st of May online. Or, of course, you can come to Bremen and see it here.